turn out over here. Tender greens, wonderful germination, high germination rate over here. Over here, I did spinach, and I just did this bed a couple of days ago, so I am focusing on keeping this moist, and I'm hoping to have a good germination rate with spinach over here as well. I may be running out of time when it comes to sowing the seeds, but I'm not going to fret about it if I don't have any germination rate, because we're in the early part of October, zone 8A, and yes, we are still warm out here, you guys. So I'm gonna keep on pushing my luck when it comes to sowing these seeds. So if I don't see any germination next week, I'm probably gonna give it a go, and then if I don't see any after that, I'm just gonna leave this bed alone. And also with the grow table, so the orchard did pretty well this summer. um, Two of my trees are a little ill, but I feel like I took off the protection with the water pipes right here, the plastic protection, and this right here is pear. So all of these trees, I'm gonna cut them way back. They're gonna get pruned way back. So when it comes to this water hose thing, I took that off of the tree that was being invaded by some type of maybe a copper fungal thing. I don't know, but I know the insects was tearing it up too. So what you looking at right here is Queen Lady Leg. She is fruiting, you guys. Now, this is not the first time her fruiting, but when I tell you she just took off this year. Y'all know I always call Lady Led Shorty Doo-Wop, and she was shorty for a while, and it seemed like within this year she's really taken off. So I think this may be my 4th year of Queen Led. I have to go into my video log to see what year did I plant this, but she is definitely thriving right now, and you can see all the fruit on her. So hopefully by next year she will be strong enough to where I can produce more fig trees with her. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing, learning that aspect of fruit tree growing. So the figs they look really good. They're not big, so hopefully next year they'll get to the size that they need to be. So I know there won't be a harvest this year, but next year I'm sure I'll have a handful of figs. And I think this is the brown fig, Chicago fig, one of them figs. So this is my pear. She's going to sleep. She's gonna be pruned back, all the way back. I don't want her growing this tall. See how tall they got? Super tall. That one over there too. Super tall. I don't want them getting that tall. So I want to keep them maybe at an 8, 9 feet tall, no further than 10. So this is one of the citrus that went in the ground, and look how it took off, you guys. Super happy with it. I'm thinking this might be the Wari Satsuma or the Nagami Kumquat. I'm not sure, but let me step back so you guys can see how well it acclimated to the soil. Okay, so over here is the persimmon tree that I just harvested from. She's gonna get a good pruning back. She's ready to go to sleep, and she really took off this year as well. So she's gonna get a nice pruning, and hopefully she will come back thriving next season, and I'll get an even bigger harvest from her. I got 9 persimmons this year, you guys. Over here is the apple tree that was struggling. So remember I was telling you guys about the little water pipe thing, the plastic that I put around the trunk of the tree to protect it from the squirrels crawling up on it. Well, this one had got infested right there. You guys see? It got infested with those kind of caterpillar worms, and it seemed like after I took it off, it got better. So this is the multi-grafted apple tree, She did not, I think I saw apples on her, or my son did, but I'm not sure. I know she went through some changes, so she didn't bear the fruit that I saw last year. But this is the one that got infected with the infestation and also the copper fungus thing. So I'm hoping that once I prune her all the way back, that will help. But as far as the trunk is concerned, I feel like it being exposed to the sun and the air helped it, because there was an infestation down there. I mean, they was going to town on my tree. So check this out, you guys. I was talking to my insurance lady, and she's a homesteader as well. All right, you guys. So this is the other persimmon. This one didn't bear no fruit. This is the one that's been beat up, ran over, everything, and it keeps bouncing back. So she will get a good pruning back, and hopefully she'll come back next year bearing some fruit. Okay, over here is the multi-grafted cherry tree, and I think that this one may have that same kind of disease, so I'm gonna prune her all the way back, as well as this one is the peach. And I think last year I did see peaches. This year I didn't see any peaches. So this one seems to be thriving though. She has that hourglass shape. She's really looking well. So I'm going to prune her back as well. And hopefully she'll come back producing lots of peaches next year. Okay, so let's get back to, and this one over here is another, no, not persimmon, this is a pear, baby pear tree. And this is another, I think this one is peach. Let me see. No, she's the pear, and I think that one over here to the left of me was the peach. So this is a pear. This one is probably a peach or a pear, and it's still at its infant stage. This is another one still at the infant stage. I think this was a pear as well. This one over here is peach, and the deers tend to run around here and they snap off the limbs and stuff like that, so that's why I keep these kind of protected. So this is the other citrus that we got planted, and let me step back so you guys can see how well this one got acclimated to the soil. It just really took off. So when it comes to the citrus trees, I am going to have to wrap these up and protect them so they can come back next year. And I think this one over here was another pear, baby pear, and hopefully she will come back next year. So for the most part, the orchard did really well. It bloomed pretty and everything like that. Not a lot of fruit, not yet, but I believe my fruit is coming. It's the persimmon is the beginning of it. So again, I will probably be wrapping these up. Not probably, I'm gonna have to wrap these up to get them through the summer. All right. So over here in the keyhole area, this is the squash area where I grow all the different squashes. Nothing is in here. We cleaned these up along with the other part of the garden. So nothing is growing here. I usually don't grow anything in here until spring, summer, and this is where the squash go. So as you can see, all the buckets is gone, you guys. I got rid of all the buckets. Yes, they have been here probably 7 years, cracking, trying to survive. They did me good, so it was time for them to go. So I'm going to be focusing on revamping the inside of the raised bed. I don't think I want too much stuff in here again. It became overwhelming for me. So I'm really trying to simplify